Hi everyone, welcome to Essy Cooks. In this video, I'm going to be showing you what I meal prepped for the week. So I have lunches for myself and my husband. I made a big bowl of curry. I can freeze some of it. I can eat some of it for dinner. I'm not going to eat that every single night. And a high protein berry baked oatmeal. This is just going to really get you off to a healthy start for the week, and you're going to have a ton of food. I'm going to show you how to make this amazing Mongolian beef out of TVP, completely vegan, and we're going to even make quinoa rice, which is so delicious too. So let's get started. We're going to try to do this all in under an hour, so we're going to have to move pretty fast. So we're going to preheat the oven to 350. We're going to grab a baking dish, and then we're going to grab 2 cups of either rolled oats or quick oats. Everything just gets dumped and baked, which I love about this. Now 3 tablespoons of flax seeds are going to go directly in. If you don't want to use flax, you can totally use chia seeds, and that is just fine. And then I'm going to be using organic soy milk. The reason I like to use soy milk is because it contains 8 grams of protein per serving. So why not sneak in some extra protein? And it tastes really good in here too. So that's why I like to use soy milk sometimes, just for that extra little boost of protein. I'm also going to put protein powder in here. Now next, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a little pinch of salt, which is optional, but I think it makes it taste so good, a teaspoon of baking powder, and then next we're going to add in cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm just measuring with my heart there. A 1/4 cup of maple syrup. You could use brown sugar instead if you want. I'm going to make sure I get all that out there. And then a 1/3 cup of all natural unsalted peanut butter. Now I'm going to add some protein powder in. You can add between 1 to 3 scoops just for a little bit of extra protein. I also like to have protein shakes throughout the week. You can meal prep those in little smoothie packs and put them in the freezer, but it's pretty easy to just throw together, so I didn't meal prep those protein smoothies this week. Now, 2 cups of berries frozen from the freezer, mixed berries. This kind of tastes like a fruit explosion muffin. I'm obsessed with this oatmeal bake. And then I'm going to drizzle a bunch of walnuts on top, probably about a 1/4 cup. Now I'm going to throw that in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes or until it is cooked all the way through. While that is baking, I'm going to get on to the next thing. The next thing is going to be my red lentil curry. So I'm going to go ahead and dice up 1 onion and 2 to 3 large carrots. I'm going to dice them finely. I want those carrots in nice small pieces because I want to cook this pretty quickly. Now I've got a Dutch oven or a large pan on medium heat, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. We're going to add in those carrots and those onions, and this is going to smell so good. I don't like eating the same thing every week or every night, for dinner. I'm totally fine with doing that for lunch and breakfast, but I just cannot for dinner. Like, I want to enjoy it, and so I just usually have that 1 or 2 nights, make a big batch of something, and I'll make something else the other night. Or I can pull out my old batches of things from the freezer. Like, for example, I have chili in the freezer. I can pull that out. Okay, now I've got 1.5 cups of red lentils. I've got 1 heaping tablespoon of fresh ginger, and I've got about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. This needs garlic, ginger, and onion to make it taste super delicious. We're going to add in some curry spice and everything like that too, so I'm going to mince up that garlic. Another tip is the ginger. I peel it and cut it ahead of time and store it in the freezer, so I just pull a chunk out whenever I need it. Now for the spices. A tablespoon of curry powder, a teaspoon of cumin, and 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric. Pretty simple to put together. We want to add some hot chili powder for heat if you want. I like to add some hot chili powder in there as well. And we're going to want to bloom those spices. So I've got this still on medium heat. I'm going to continuously stir for about 30 seconds just to release all of the flavors from those spices. Yum, it smells good. But I've got the peppermint diffuser going on just so the whole house doesn't smell like curry. It smells amazing, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so now we have 2.5 cups of vegetable broth. We're going to add that right in, and our 1 1/2 cups of red lentils, which I washed really thoroughly. You want to always make sure you wash those before you cook with them. You can even soak them for like 1 to 4 hours before using them, but I don't find that they need it. You can do that if that helps you with digestion and things like that. Now we're going to leave the lid on, let that simmer for about 10 minutes, and I'm going to start making my quinoa rice. So I'm adding in rice, I'm adding in quinoa, and I'm going to rinse them really well. I'll put the measurements up above because it depends if you're making this for 1 person or for 2 people, how much you're going to put in there. Basically, I'm making enough servings for myself and my husband, so 8 servings total. So I'm going to add in my water into that quinoa rice. The reason I'm making quinoa rice is because it's a little more fiber, it's a little more protein, It's a little bit more healthy, but I still crave that white rice with the Mongolian beef. So this is just a really healthy way to do it. And if you just want to make white rice, that's totally cool too, or just quinoa, totally fine. Do whatever works for you. Now, don't forget to stir that curry on occasion. Make sure nothing's sticking. That should just be simmering. I'm going to check on the oatmeal bake. I think it's been around 30 or so minutes. Not quite ready. Throwing it back in. Keep an eye on everything because there is a lot of moving parts. Now we're going to start boiling some water for, I'm out of breath, for our Mongolian beef. Now we have a cucumber here. You'll want about 1 large cucumber per person for 4 servings. So now I'm just going to cut that in half and dice it into nice little half moons. What I love about this is we don't have to cook any vegetables. We're using cucumbers as our raw vegetable in this lunch, which makes it so easy. Now TVP, textured vegetable protein. I like the oatmeal brand. I couldn't find it this time, so I just got it from the bulk store. So I've got 3 cups there, which is enough, like I said, for 2 people, and equal parts hot, boiling hot water. That's just going to rehydrate that TVP. It's really high in protein. It's just basically dehydrated soy chunks. So it is perfect for meal prep. I'm going to give it a stir, leave it for 5 minutes. Back to the curry, I'm going to add in 1 full can of full fat coconut milk. I'm going to give that a little stir, let that simmer for another 5 to 7 minutes. You don't want the heat too high, leave that nice and simmering. We can see our lentils are starting to cook through, which is great. And now for the sauce for our Mongolian style vegan beef. So I've got 1 cup of water, I've got a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, or you could use brown sugar or whatever you like. I'm going to add in a heaping tablespoon of ginger, and at this point I was too lazy to do fresh garlic, so I'm just going to do a little bit of garlic powder, or I was running out of time, whichever. Hot chili flakes to taste, and then 2 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce. Again, this is for 2 people, so cut that in half. If it's just for 1, I'll put, of course, the instructions up there, and then 2 tablespoons of dark mushroom soy sauce. Yum, so good if you can find it. 4 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. If you don't have that, teriyaki sauce will do. And now I'm just going to whisk that all together, but in order to make it thicken and make it stick, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to the mix. Give that a nice little swirl, and I can see that my TVP is completely rehydrated, which is great. Now I'm going to add some spinach, a whole entire bag of washed spinach into my curry. Don't worry, it wilts down. It's great to get in those extra veg, a little iron, little vitamins. So those are cooking down, and now I think that my rice and quinoa is ready. Look how good that is. If you haven't tried this and you try it, please let me know in the comments what you think. I hope you love it as much as I do. With my quinoa, it's usually 1 1/4 cups of quinoa per 1 cup of water. So you want to adjust the ratios like that. So what I did was 1 cup of rice, 1 1/4 cups of quinoa, and 4 cups of water. So that's how I made that, and I cooked it for around 12 minutes. Now I've got another pan, medium heat, little extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to dump in that rehydrated TVP, the textured vegetable protein, right into the pan. We're just going to cook that on medium heat for 4 to 5 minutes, or just until it's lightly brown, lightly crisped up nicely. I mean, it's ready for consumption now, but like, it's a lot better when you cook it and just kind of crisp up the edges a little bit. And now I pulled out a bunch of meal prep containers here, and I just divided out all of that quinoa rice mixture situation. And I don't know why I didn't show it. I don't know what happened here, but I added the sauce into the Mongolian beef, and I cooked that down for around 2 to 3 minutes, or just until it thickened. So wait until it's nice and thick and everything's coated in that beautiful sauce that we made earlier. I'm going to divide that up between the 4 containers. And you can adjust this, like if you want more protein or less food, you can always adjust, the recipe to suit your own goals and your own just hunger levels that you usually have for lunch. This also makes a super great dinner. So this can be a really great dinner option for you as well. And you don't have to make everything I'm making here. You can totally switch it up with some other recipes as well. If you check out the Essy Cooks page, there are a ton of other meal prep recipes that you can use. So this is just an idea. Now I'm going to start dividing those cucumbers between the 8 containers. I got super hot all of a sudden from all this cooking and running around, so I had to ditch the sweater and the toque. I'm going to divide up all those cucumbers evenly. I started with 2 cucumbers. I thought I might need 3, but I did not. Okay, now for the best part, I'm going to give my girly some cucumbers. She loves getting a little snack, so I just have to give her a few. All right, back to the containers. I'm going to finish divvying up those cucumbers. And then if I had green onions, I would have put a little bit of green onion on top for extra flavor. Didn't have any, so I'm just going straight for sesame seeds, about half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon for the topping. Some really good healthy fats, even a little bit of extra protein in sesame too. Sesame has loads of health benefits, so definitely add those on top and look at the finished result. I mean, look, for a vegan meal, you wouldn't even know. It's so good. I love this one. I could eat it time and time again, and it's quite easy to make. And look at the final result. We've got everything here. We've got freezer-friendly curry, which is so delicious. For extra protein, you can serve that with something like a whole grain couscous or some bread, sprouted grain bread, something like that if you want. Or you can just have it with naan, garlic naan, whatever you like. And we've got that high protein berry baked oatmeal, which is so delicious. That's going to last all week long for one person anyways. And then we have these beautiful Mongolian beef style vegan lunches. I hope you love this video. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit like and subscribe.